Good afternoon, everyone. It's Pastor Brad from Murray Street Baptist Church in Peterborough. I've got a word of encouragement for everybody today and an invitation to come. But before we get there, there's something that I really want to share with everybody. This has been another tough week. COVID-19 continues to keep us separated and isolated from one another, forcing us to reevaluate and reconstruct how we do almost everything. And that's hard. And it's harder for some of us than others. On top of that, we've had the tragedy this past week of what happened in Nova Scotia. The impact of that still resonates through most of our communities. These are really tough days. And like many of you, I'm spending more time than usual on social media. And I've been seeing from a lot of people, a lot of good intending people, a lot of well-intentioned folks sharing that God will never give you more than you can bear. I don't know how that phrase ever worked its way into the church, into the lexicon of believers. And actually, I have an idea. But let me assure you today that oftentimes, God does give us more than we can bear. Our Bibles have story after story after story of people who've had to come to God because they had more than they could bear. Job, David sometimes had more than he could bear. Even our Lord Jesus, on the night that he was betrayed, was weeping to the point of distraction. Sometimes we're given more than we can bear. I think where this comes from is there's a line that Paul writes to the church in Corinth in 1 Corinthians 10. And Paul is telling people that you will not be tempted beyond what God can give you the ability to deal with. And I think somehow we've taken that truth, which is true, and we've extrapolated it, and we've built it into this other thing that God will not give you more than you can bear. That's just not true. But what is true is that none of us have to bear this alone. And in these days where church is, we say often here at Murray Street, the church is not these walls. It is not this place. It's not this building. This isn't the church. We are the church. We talk about that a lot. These days are forcing us to meet or put the rubber on the road on that statement. It's forcing us to really live that out. And we're getting better at it. We're not doing badly, we're doing better at it. But in tough days like these, we have to do better at it. So if you're feeling isolated beyond self-isolation, if you're feeling disconnected, if you're feeling painfully alone, you don't have to bear that alone. If you feel just as all these things are coming together, if you're feeling that God is giving you more than you can bear, well, the church is there for that exact reason. You don't have to go through this alone. Reach out to us here at the church. As you're watching this, I'm going to have our contact information. If this is a difficult time for you, reach out to us. These are the times, these are the situations for the church to be the church. I will share with you if you need to call. The only thing that I have worth sharing, hope in Jesus Christ. But please, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling that God has given you more than you can bear, don't carry that burden alone. Let us walk alongside you. Let us help you carry that burden. Let's help each other get through these difficult days. Part of that, of course, is when we get to come together for worship. We're going to be doing that again online this Sunday, and we're going to be talking again about COVID-19. A lot of people are asking, is this a punishment from God? We can look at that. We can answer that question from a good scriptural perspective. So I hope that you'll join us on Sunday morning as we put our service on YouTube and on our Facebook pages. But again, if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't be alone. Reach out to us, reach out to someone that you know who loves you. And if you're not sure who that is these days, let me assure you that the people here at Murray Street Baptist Church would love to journey with you. Don't journey alone. Have a good few days in these difficult days. And again, we hope that you will reach out to us as we are reaching out to you. God bless you, everyone. Be well.